Yeah, we just started maybe just more than a quarter back. We started our operations.
Give us an idea of the solution stack. What does it look like?
So ColorTokens is into zero trust security. It's a platform. We've taken a platform-based approach, and so we have products which address needs for micro segmentation, um, remote access, right, or zero trust network access, as it's called CTNA. And we also get the zero trust concept into the endpoint through a very powerful preventive application whitelisting, blacklisting product. We are based in California. We take pride in calling ourselves a startup, but we are a little over 400 people with global operations. So as far as we are concerned, we are driven by our mission is to really automate cybersecurity. If you really look at it, today's skill sets are at a premium. Everybody has great technologies, but it's very difficult to implement, and more importantly, to maintain. Right. So our job is to make cybersecurity autonomous eventually. Right now we're not there. We are focused a lot around automation, and obviously we want to make it enterprise ready, which means that integrate with the existing technologies which the customer has deployed with their security operations center and things like that, so that it should not be a great technology operating in an island, right? So that's what we do, and we have all of these capabilities today mostly built into our platform. Our flagship product, which we started off with, was around micro segmentation. It's called X Shield, right? So what it does is it does identity-based micro segmentation. As you know that every enterprise, around 80 to 90% of the traffic is east-west. So in the case of a real attack, what happens is a server gets compromised and then the attack spreads, right, like a ransomware. So we prevent that through X Shield, right? Now that's our flagship product, and we bring in the user context as well. So essentially, you can think of the trusted access which we provide to applications and servers and workloads, be it from another application, server, or a workload, or from users. If you really look at it, today's modern attacks, right, are very complex to prevent for any organization. I wouldn't claim that we can do it or anybody can prevent an attack, right? But the perimeter model of security, where everything was in your data center and you had technologies across, right, protecting layers and layers of, you put different engines, is no longer valid because users are everywhere, applications are on the cloud, etc. So first and foremost, we reduce the attack surface, right? And that we do through zero trust, which is an established model, right? Means if you look at NIST 800-207, that's essentially the recommendations. Our platform does exactly what they recommend, right? And we did this before NIST came out with these recommendations. Secondly, we also deal with compliance automation. So if you have PCI compliance or any other type of compliance, you want to make sure that you can present to the auditors that only authorized people and applications are able to access, right? And so we do that with a lot of automation through our micro segmentation solution. Now, in terms of how customers start their journey, it depends, right? Some customers look at us because they have a huge legacy firm, right, of operating systems, and they are not able to upgrade. And there are no patching available from the OEMs, right? So they start their journey there. Others start with crown jewels in terms of their applications, what is most critical from a data and things like that. So we have already, this was one of the, as I told you, our mission was to make security autonomous, right? So we have already built in a lot of automation. So we definitely use AI and ML into our platform. For we constantly learn from the environment, and policies are recommended dynamically based on the patterns which we see. So that's on one front, and we have also made the journey of zero trust adoption very, very simple. That's our motto. If you look at zero trust, the concept was first coined by Forrester in 2010. Now you sometimes wonder why did it take up to 2022 for adoption? Because the technology was not geared towards making life simple for somebody to implement, right? That's where we come in, and we have been born cloud native, right? So we saw all these problems and we came out with that as as the foundation stone of how we built our technology. out. Absolutely. See, the first and foremost, we are a SaaS platform, right? And I know a lot of people will have skepticism, right? You're not on-prem, but we have our clusters in various regions, right? We are hosted on AWS, Azure, and today in Saudi Arabia, we are working on hosting it on the Oracle Cloud. So we are compliant with the data residency rules of various countries, but we are a pure play subscription, right? So, and our prime focus is our technology, right? Even though we offer services to customers who don't have the skill sets, we have decided as a company principle to not grow that revenue stream around services beyond a certain percentages, which is very small. And so we want to encourage partners to do the deployment and the ongoing monitoring, etc. We integrate beautifully with SIMs and XDR platforms, right? We send alerts and all that. So we already have successes here. We have just signed up with some partners, but if you look at outside of the Middle East, we have been working with partners who are doing the deployments of our technology and also doing the ongoing monitoring and maintenance, right? So that's our motto. We are a monthly subscription with very less complexity around pricing models and etc. Yeah, so various industries. So we have seen that the financial services is one of the bigger adopters of zero trust, right? The challenge for us has been that we are on the cloud, so it takes some amount of convincing to get to them because they are highly regulated as well. But we have seen great success in healthcare, manufacturing, in India where we also operate as a market, IT services, pharma across the globe. So it's across, it's just that the drivers are different for various industries. But as far as the solution goes, it's fairly horizontal and you can configure it and start the way one wants.
Thank you, sir.